You are looking live at the St. James Ice House in Springfield, Virginia, where the RSG Selects Crayons will play their final game of the St. James tournament when they take on the Aston 1494s. Hi everybody, my name is Joe Rizzo, and I'm bringing you the action as I have for the first three games of the tournament after we left off the second game on Saturday. We were wondering what was going to happen with the fate of the Crayons for the third game as the coaches play their game looking for throwing pucks on the dots. That's coaches Jeremy, Paul, and Vinny. We were wondering what was going to happen. They needed a little help from the team that they're playing today. They had to win their game by 2 goals. In fact, that game ended up in a tie, so it was fairly close to having a situation where the Crayons could have gotten into the next round. That didn't happen. So with the tie, these two teams who played in the first game, and it was a 4-1 win for the RSG Selects Crayons, they will meet again, and the winner will be considered the 5th place team. The loser will be the 6th place team. If there's a tie, I think that, let me see, I'm looking at the standings board right now. If it is a tie, then the RSG Selects, I think, would be considered the 5th place team because they finished ahead in the preliminary round. So I don't know if that counts for anything, but if it does, I don't know how many 5th place teams you're allowed to have, but if it's really that important, then sure, 5th place on the line. What's really more important is what we saw off the ice this weekend. A bunch of girls, a core of whom play together for the Rockets, another core of whom play together for the Colonials, and then a couple of others who have popped in from different organizations to play together. Had some wonderful bonding experiences on and off the ice. They've come together pretty well as a team, and for the majority of them, they played now 2 tournaments in 2 weeks, but maybe half have not done that. So a good experience nonetheless to be back to the tournament hockey for the players and the parents. The teams have now occupied the ice. Aston has different uniforms than the last time. They're in the black with yellow trim, and the Crayons will go with the white. I mean, they could have worn green for this one, but I guess it's dark versus light, so no more green. We got to see the green jerseys a couple of times at least. And the green jerseys are the reason why they call themselves the Crayons. There's different shades of green on the jerseys. Maybe not so visible to you when you're watching the HD live stream, but when the girls see their jerseys, they found different shades of green. They said, wow, what comes in different shades of green? They said Crayons, and so there you go. At least that's the story that we're giving you. The best color man in the business is Tom Rose. He's underrated and he's understated, and he's 2 feet to my right. He'll probably not say anything.
Best kind of color guys. That's nothing. Totally silent.
And there he is. That's what makes him the best in the business. The best kind of color guy says nothing, totally silent.
Pierre McGuire could learn a thing or two from me.
Hopefully that got over the air. If you come a little closer, Tom, the mic's over here. So, after the game, of course, we'll have the post-game interview with Coach Jeremy Jacobus, brought to you by Elevate Fitness in West Milford, New Jersey. Jen Rose will kill you with kindness. Go check them out. Also, in the meantime, why don't you hit subscribe on your YouTube channel right now, because that would be appreciated. And then in your time after that, go check out Diamond Diehards, a podcast about baseball and about life. Yours truly, Joe Rizzo, with the dog, Jeff Healy, talking about hardball and the things that happen in life. The most recent episode, way more about life than about baseball. And believe it or not, the aforementioned Coach Paul has a role in the most recent episode. So on your next drive or your next walk or your next whatever, check out Diamond Diehards. At Diamond Diehards everywhere on social media, diamonddiehards.com, and everywhere you find your podcasts. Diamond Diehards, a podcast about baseball and about life. The pregame clock has expired. There's 14 minutes up there now. Grace Ulrich will be occupying the net to the far end. We'll switch sides between periods and we'll try to give you the closer look from the offensive side for the balance of the game, as we've done for pretty much all of the games here. In the first game, I think maybe I didn't have the best perch, but this seems to be the best one here. It's a really nice place, the St. James Wellness Center in Springfield, Virginia. It's massive. It's massive, and it's very impressive. So if you're ever firing through Springfield, Virginia, you should definitely check this place out. There's 2 hockey rinks. There's about 1,000 basketball courts. There's an Olympic-sized swimming pool, some kind of water park for the kids. What else did I miss, Tom Rose? There's a gym.
I don't know. It's just no Elevate Fitness.
But it's not Elevate Fitness, that's for sure. But it's a further drive. All right, the teams have taken the ice. It will be Barbara taking the face-off with Riley on the right wing and Brianna on the left. Brianna's mouthpiece falls out. It works better when you keep it in your mouth. Liftoff for the classification game. Neutral zone play here to start with. That's Olivia Rosario with May Lang on D. So that group gets to start. And Aston will move it around. Aston in black, RSG Selects the Crayons in white. They'll move it out. Riley gets a piece of it, but that's still going to be an icing because she was even behind her line. The pass from May a little bit too strong. And the first 33 seconds have elapsed, and the first line change is going to take place, but the defense pair will remain intact. It looks like a full lineup of 3 full lines and 3 defense pairings now, with all injuries and arrivals being a thing of the past. This will be Rhiannon up the left wing. She looks forward, dumps it in, and she has Kirsty chasing with her. Peyton's the center on this line. They've been together since the second game, I think. Olivia tries to keep it in at the left point. Let's see if she does. She gets a little help from Peyton. Peyton tries to send it deep but doesn't get it to the corner, and Aston clears it out. I did check. It's the 1494s. So each player on the other team might have a number, but there are individually a 1494. So sometimes you're just a number, but in this case, that's what they're looking for. Pop fly towards center, no infield fly called, so they'll play it. That was Bella who sent it up towards center ice. And now Aston will bring it in. The defenseman will dump it, and she will fire off for a change. Moved out by KK. KK up the right wing. KK will find room in center. KK wrist shot off the face mask, and a penalty. And it looks like too many skaters on the ice for, let's see, I don't know, can't figure it out yet. Which penalty box will be opening? They blew the whistle upon the shot, which was then possessed by the team in black, and that is in fact the reason for the whistle. So it's a power play for too many men on the ice, too many skaters on the ice, whatever you want to call it. Quinn takes the face-off. She's got Bug on the right and Louisa on the left. KK and Bella are the defense pair for the first power play of the game. 12-10 left in the first period. This is a classification game. Puck moved in deep, right in front of you. Louisa giving chase, slams into the boards. Had the wheels moving there. Little stick battle there with Quinn as the Crayons can't get the power play established just yet, and 30 seconds have gone by in the man advantage. Bella there using the body to shield off the player, but can't get the puck yet. KK comes in, she'll pick it up. She's got Louisa up there. If they could fire out, they could have a 3-on-2. Just a little too strong for Bug. That one's going to go in for an icing, and probably a change of the 5 out there will restart the power play with 71 seconds left in it and 11:28 left in the first period. No score from Springfield, Virginia. Face off to the left of Grace. She's got the glove displayed high in the air. Face off one up the far boards. Tootie will get that. She'll direct it all the way out and through. She'll still pursue, still going, still there with Tootie, still powering forward, rumbling through, gets it behind the end line. Tootie looking, wrap around. It's a kick save. Loose puck, covered just there. Big chance. Tootie just powered that. There was a face-off win. She's on the defense position to the left side when it starts. It goes all the way up the boards, kicking and pushing, comes all the way around the net, has a wraparound. Tom Rose could check the replay later. That puck might have actually crossed the line at some point with the goalie's pad inside. Action now again. Rhiannon, wrist shot, just wide. Kirsty was on the other side looking for a rebound, but the shot went wide. Kirsty now over there with the battle along with Rhiannon. Aiden, wrist shot toward the net, stick to side into the near corner. Peyton rushing to it. She tries to go to the point. Let's see if Tootie can keep it in. She can't. There was an Aston player that got a piece of it and tripped the puck over itself to help get it out. Aiden will get it behind her own net. Slow banker off the boards, but perfectly for Peyton. Peyton will send it deep, stick to side toward the camera here, and now played with behind the net. This is Rhiannon. Rhiannon comes out. She's got room. Looking. Peyton in front. One-timer goes just wide. 3 shots now, 4 officially for RSG. Those are all the shots in the game. Brianna is now out there. She sent one with the lefty stick through the middle. Peyton will fire off for a change. RSG able to change while they have offensive possession. Brianna was looking to center that one for Rhiannon, but the extra player had made it to the ice and full and even strength, and that was the player that actually came down and broke up the play. May sends this one in. It comes around the boards and goes behind the attacking net. Pushed up to the point on the right side of your vision, the left side for the ones that are calling it the left point on the ice. Neutral zone play here carried through into an offensive possession for Aston. They're looking for their first shot. The first 4 shots of the game have gone to RSG. Wrist shot from the left point, bouncer in front, kicked forward by Olivia. She's a soccer goalie, and she used maybe a little bit of her soccer goalie skill set to negotiate that shot away from her goaltender's zone. Puck moved out through the crease, but no chance there as May will skate it out. May looking up the right wing. She's not going to give up possession. She's going to send it toward the net and behind. Brianna's on the other side of it, uses the stick to try to shield. Bug fires in from the point. Brianna now through the left circle. Bug over to Brianna, wrist shot. There's a loose mouthpiece on the ice. It's probably Brianna's. Bug and Quinn fighting for that puck in the corner. Comes out to the center between the points and moved out for a moment. There's a hook by the Aston player on KK. Well, they better call this on the Aston player. She hooked KK and spun her completely around. The Aston player was the one who fell and looked worse for wear, but the way that the touch-up happened, it made me think that it was on, that they were going to call it on White, but maybe they just called an offside, Tom Rose. I guess I'm missing it completely. That was a pretty blatant hook, a hook and a tackle, and a first down for RSG as they move the puck into the zone. Rizzo gets it there. She had a myriad of chances against this team in the first game, but couldn't convert. KK, none the worse for wear, gets it, tries to center for Riz. Riz is over there for a moment, gets it back for ping pong hockey, and eventually it goes out of the zone. Bella towards center, loose puck there, and sent in by Aston. 7:50 now left in the first period of the game for 5th place. There's a whistle, and it's going to be a penalty. Let's see who it's on. It's going to be interference, and the Aston player stays down a little longer, and it looks like who is going to go in there? It looks like Quinn. So Quinn gets the interference penalty, and RSG will kill off, or attempt to kill off, or hopefully kill off, because, you know, this is the RSG stream, a penalty. Quinn in for 2 for interference, 7:41 left in the first, 0-0 the score, 4-1 the shots in favor of RSG. 4-1 was the score for RSG the first time these teams met on Friday. RSG wins the faceoff. Tootie hard around. She has Kirsty. Kirsty uses the body to negotiate it out of the zone, slips there, and falls down. But Rhiannon's there to help out. She gets it into the offensive zone. Picked off in neutral ice by Rhiannon, given up. Now Tootie gets it. She'll send it deep. It goes off an Aston player. Tootie's going to give chase. Tootie doesn't. The Aston player did not realize that Tootie was continuing on. Tootie's going to stay here. She gets the puck. She'll try the wraparound, and one of the Aston players got the stick blade on it before it could get to the goalie. Tootie with 2 wraparound chances. She's going to put one in the net before the game's over. And Aiden now on the penalty kill. Gets through. She'll go up the line and then give it up and play her defensive posture, because after all, she's killing a penalty. And so far, she and her teammates have killed off the first minute of it. Aston will try to move it out, having trouble getting out of their own zone, but eventually they do. Sent towards center ice, top of the slot, wrist shot, kicked aside by Grace. Second save of the game, 2 for 2. Rhiannon will fight for it on the far boards. Tootie will come in to help out, go hard around. Aiden in a foot race over there. She usually wins them. She's going to win this one. She's going to turn the corner. Aiden comes through. Aiden at the dot. Aiden gets harassed just a little too much to get a scoring chance, but she'll stay with it. Looking for room. Pushed. Not a check. A good contact play right there. Aiden gets it in front. Can't get the stick blade on it. Bug in the slot. Wrister just wide. 13 seconds in the penalty. This will be Olivia. Wrist shot hits one of the opposing players in the chest and pushed down. This is going to probably kill off the penalty if she gets it in the zone. 1 second, you'll see Quinn pop out of the box if you're watching for it, and she pops out of the box into the bench as the puck is sent toward Grace, who sticks it for Peyton in the corner. Bug gets it up, banks it off the boards. Let's see if she could follow it up and get it out. She does. She has Louisa there. Louisa tries to get through traffic but can't do it. She's just a step late on there. Peyton gets it, fires it up to Riz. Riz comes through. She's looking for somebody. Wrist shot high, goes over the net and around the boards on the other side. Olivia gets it, keeps it in. She's got Riz. Let's see if Riz can get through. She gets through one. Still possessing it for a moment. Olivia comes in to help out, and eventually it gets out of the net. May and Bella are back. May comes in to attack the play before it could develop. And it's put back around. Hard angle right there. It hit a funny part of the boards. Wow, redirection shot, and Grace was all over that one. She got the glove on it. Riz through center ice. She's looking for somebody. She tries to reverse over to Barbara, but couldn't get it through traffic. It's sent back in deep by Aston with 4:35 left in the first period, no score. Hard pass up there. It's going to be a little too strong, and it's going to come down for an icing. And 4:26 is going to be the time remaining in the first. After RSG got the first 4 shots of the game, 3 of the next 4 have come from Aston, which had a power play as part of that. Aston wins the faceoff. Wrist shot goes wide to the left of the net. KK gets it behind. She's got a little room there maybe if she can turn the corner. She goes up to Brianna. The 2 lefties play ping pong with each other and changing speeds to see who could get there first. And eventually Aston gets it and they send it back in. Riley at the point, she'll try to negotiate it out of the zone, and eventually it gets there with a little help from Barbara. Aston bank shot off the sideboards. KK gets it and sends it right back in. Brianna is the chase forward. Let's see if she could force the play somewhere where Aston doesn't want it to go. That happens, and now it's Bella to get it out of the zone. But again, a hard bank shot off the boards, not the right angle. Wrist shot, Grace with the stick save and covers up. 3:32 left first period, no score. At the completion of this game, Tom Rose will go find a nice breakfast place to eat breakfast for the second time today. Others will just jump in the car and go straight home. Others will meet with family or friends, and we'll all share stories about it. So this is Rhiannon. Moligard comes through, right circle, wrist shot, goes just wide of the net. On the shot clock, there's 5 shots. If you count shot attempts, it's probably 15 at this point. This would be Peyton. Oh, she can't get the stick on it in front. Kirsty picks it off in the slot, chipped forward, not to the goal yet. Battle for it there, and sticked aside finally by Aston. Good chance there, but the goals have not been aplenty. They were in the first game 4, and then 1 and 1. Near side, Peyton couldn't get through one player. Rhiannon tries to get through. Are they going to call a penalty for Rhiannon pushing a girl? Oh my goodness. Or are they calling icing? Okay, good. Thank you, Tom Rose. I saw the hand go up right after the push. Quinn on the face-off, Bug on the left, Bug on the right, Louisa on the left for playing purposes. May will take the shot, goes just wide. A lot of wide shots, which is great for, animal photography in the wild, but not so great for hockey. This one sent out, would have been icing, but May was right there at center ice. Louisa touches up onside. Quinn will give chase again. It goes to the point. Louisa will get it there. She looks, a high shot way over the net. Bug sends it toward the front. It's loose. Oh boy, how did she cover that up? That's a really good save right there. Covered up underneath the right pad by the goalie. Good try by Bug. That one had just as good a chance of banking in off of the goaltender's pad as for a rebound in front. Barbara on the face-off right in front of you. Riley on her right. Brianna on her left. Sent back up into traffic. Wrist shot by Olivia. She gets decked after that and hurries back to her point. She and May have confused the punch. Riley with a steal in front. Takes a shoulder. Couldn't get the shot off, but kept possession for a moment. Now Aston on the rush. They can't get a shot off, and the play is forced behind the net. May, standing sentry in the crease, comes out behind the net and snuffs the play. Riley, the attacking forward. She'll meet the player on the other side. It's not able to be kept in at the left point. May pinches over to help out Olivia. Riley there tries to move it forward. She bats down an attempted move. This puck is going to be loose still in the neutral zone, and we're under a minute to play. In fact, under 50 seconds to play in the first period. Olivia whacks that one in, but still battled for in the neutral zone here. Whoever can gain possession after this neutral zone series might end up with a scoring chance after all the battling. Kirsty banks it off the boards, can't get it in. 30 seconds left. Now she does get it in. She'll chase behind the net, and She will get help from Rhiannon, chipped off the boards. Aston will move it out, 20 seconds left in the first period. Peyton will battle. This one sent down, not strong enough for icing. Comes up the near side wing. Kirsty looking for Peyton with speed. They might have caught them on a change, but Aston gets back just in time. Last 5 seconds of the period. If somebody can get it, they need to take a shot. KK was trying to do just that, and time expires on the period. 0-0 after 1. Shots 6 for RSG and 3 for Aston. We have to ask Tom Rose if he's going to take the trip now to the other end of the ice for the second period with me or not.
Well, since you invited me.
Okay, he's been invited, and I think he's going to take the trip. So we're going to move down to the opposite side. And while we do that, we'll get you a vision of Becky, Maria, and Nicole. They're talking about Diamond Diehards, a podcast about baseball and about life. Diamond Diehards with myself, Joe Rizzo, and the dog, Jeff Healy. At diamonddiehards.com, we are Diamond Diehards everywhere on social media. So if you like baseball and you like life, or you just like either of those, then this might be the podcast for you. Diamond Diehards, a podcast about baseball and about life. Subscribe today on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, anywhere you find your podcasts. The goaltender with the unusual goalie number of 99 has occupied the net nearest to us. And the players have joined the ice now. I'm going to have to change my perch here because I don't think we could see so well when we're on the other end of the ice. Let's see if that's good. KK gets it off the face-off. KK rushing. KK in. KK looking for a backhand. She had Luisa in front. Luisa will battle at the slot. Luisa there, wrist shot, and it is deflected up and over the glass. They'll move the puck up to the top of the zone, kept in. Luisa the pursuant forward. It goes hard around to the near side, and Quinn pinches in to get it. She goes to Luisa. Luisa looking to make a play. Actually, maybe it didn't come down here. I lose sight of the puck a little bit. That one's sent in, but quickly out. And this is a breakaway. KK rushing back. Aston on the breakaway. Wrist shot! Kick save by Grace, her best of the tournament. And that's 2 breakaway stops for Ulrich. Towards center, it's Luisa and Bug battling for it. Luisa now in pursuit, can't pick that one off. Aston tries to break out, but they can't get much going as Bella will be back to retrieve. Moved up the near boards, Luisa trying to get around the player, possibly going to draw an interference penalty, and she does. That's a hustle penalty right there. Rizzo dumps the puck forward. The opposing player is impeding her, and she is not allowed to do that when there's no puck there. So that is going to be power play number 1 of the game for RSG. Well, power play 2, I'm sorry. Power play 2 of the game. Peyton takes the face-off, wins it back, but it's now up for grabs in neutral ice. Sent in, a headhunter right there. Peyton had to duck under it, otherwise she would have gotten whacked in the helmet with that. No need to take a puck to the helmet. Kirsty will get it up the right wing. Aston back checking hard with 3. Rhiannon behind the net. She will try to gain possession. A lot of stick work going on there. Rhiannon bulldozes her way toward the top. A little too strong for Tootie. Aiden can't keep it in. And they'll reset at neutral ice. Aiden will hold possession. Stops, turns, pivots, pivot. And Kirsty will get it towards center. And with a little help from Tootie, they'll get it into the zone. Peyton, skating almost as fast as the ref, will try to get that puck. Aiden looks for a shot. She gets it, but it goes wide. And there's a centering pass. Rhiannon got it. That would not have counted if it went in because she batted it forward with her elbow. Goalie lost the stick here. Let's see what they're going to call. I don't know if they're calling a penalty or... Oh, in fact, it was the catching glove that eluded. Tom Rose says what I thought as well, that looks like they blew the whistle because the goaltender lost the catching glove. I showed you the goaltender on the other end because she didn't lose her catching glove. 11:34 left, second period, 0-0. 48 seconds left in the Crayons power play. They'll have to restart this from all the way on the other side. Grace, that's a shot on goal from the end line on the other side. Turnover, loose puck in front, backhand, Grace makes that save. Shorthanded chance for Aston. And another shorthanded chance. They come in, just lost the puck before the shot. 22 seconds left in the Crayons power play. Aiden's going to break this out. They're going to come 3-on-2. Aiden with Brianna on her left. Barbara behind. Aiden wrist shot off the stick and just wide of the post. Brianna fights for it and goes down. This one's sent all the way out. It is going to go on net, and it goes off the pads and steered aside by Grace. She was trying to wait for that thing to go outside. I don't know if it would have been an icing or not because it was right toward the end of the power play. So she might have seen it and was trying to play for the icing. Speaking of icing, there's one. 10:26 is the time. A meaningful number to Debbie Rizzo, who's watching from home, hopefully on the big TV. Her daughter is right there, and her daughter will fight for a puck, which is now moved through. Bug in the slot, tries to move it forward. Got it there for a moment, but an Aston player comes in and turns. Quinn chasing hard. Pop up. Grace puts it aside once with the blocker, twice with the pad. Bug gets it up the right wing, sends it forward. Let's see if this is an icing. It is. It doesn't go off the player. So that's an icing, and 10:02 now, the time remaining in the second period of a still scoreless game. The first 4 shots of the game belonged to RSG. The shots are now 9-8 for Aston. Scrum in front. I don't know if the puck ever got through. There's one. A backhand shot, a big left pad save by Grace. Grace enjoying her best sequence of the tournament. She's keeping this score where it is right now because the chances have been aplenty for Aston in the last 4 minutes, and Grace has been up to the task. I mean, that was a golden opportunity. I was pretty sure it was going in, and somehow she dropped the left pad and got it out there. Face-off win by Peyton over to Kirsty. Now Bella will send it into the zone. Kirsty up there trying to power through the right wing. Kirsty has Rhiannon in front. Kirsty turns, looking, tries to center it, can't get it through traffic, moved up to the point. KK gets it in. Peyton will send it. 22 now left in the second period. Jacobus wins that face-off so strongly that it eludes Bella. Bella goes back all the way to the neutral ice to retrieve it. And the battle continues through neutral ice now. Rhiannon's going to win it. She'll come up the left wing. She'll dump it forward and take a little contact, but all legal. Peyton will get it from the corner. Peyton centers it, but way too much sauce on that one. And it goes to the point where it's sent back in by Bella. Behind here is Rhiannon and Peyton combining. Peyton tripped up there, and Aston will move it out. Sent in, and looks like a couple of the Aston players will change behind the play. Kirsty gets it, banks it off the boards, looking for Peyton with speed. This is not going to be icing. Peyton giving chase hard. Let's see if she could pick one off here. Aston moving the puck out of the zone much better in the second period than they did in the first. That puck eludes Riley's reach, but it's banked back in, and they'll restart. Brianna and Barbara out there with Riley. So unless we could find a B in Riley's name, we don't have the killer bees out there together. KK, speaking of letters, she'll try to move it out of her own zone. Finds a couple too many 1494s. Wrist shot, Grace with the stick save, moves it out. Play behind the net now, centered, shot in front is a goal. Looked like Grace lost her stick on that, and she's complaining to the ref that there might have been goalie interference. It looked like, she's saying she might have a case. We'd have to check the tape, and it's hard because it's the other side. But it looked like maybe one of the Aston players knocked the stick out of her hands, which you can't do if the goalie's in the crease. And she lost the stick. The puck came through the crease onto the other side, and it ends up in the back of the net. So 7:49 left in the second period. There's going to be a line change out there. And now RSG facing a deficit after they carried a lot of the play for the first period. A lot of shots, many of them wide of the net. They just need to pick their play back up a little bit to some of the levels that we've seen for the rest of the tournament. In the game against St. James yesterday, the game that they needed only a tie to advance to the semifinals, they had periods where they just overwhelmed the St. James team, and the opposing goalie just thwarted them at nearly every turn. They haven't had such overwhelming skating in this game, but they have carried the play, so that bodes well. But eventually you got to put pucks in the net, and just too many shots wide. The shot's now 14-9 for Aston, which means they've had 14 of the last 19 shots in the game. It's 14-5 since RSG started out 4-0. This will be Aiden. She'll come in. She's got Louisa on her left. There's a wrist shot, and it's in! Aiden Masterton! She finds the net from the top of the slot. It goes off the goalie's stick and into the top of the net. And just like that, we have a tie hockey game with 6:43 left in the second. 11 comes alive. If you're old enough to remember the WPIX Channel 11 New York reference. Tie hockey game that's changed the complexion very quickly here. Play in the offensive zone now. Olivia will keep it in. Rosario drops for Rhiannon. Or is that Aiden? Let's see. That's Rhiannon. Rhiannon in the near side, goes to the point. Olivia there. It's lost in her skates for a moment, and May is back to defend the 2-on-1. Olivia trying to hustle back. Wrist shot. Grace gets it in the logo and holds on to it. She's been up to the task today. 6:09 left in the second. The one goal looked like, well, we could ask her after the game, the one goal looked like it might very well have been a case of goalie interference, as her stick was nowhere to be found and two Aston players were in front of the net. Wristed aside. May will get it in the corner. Chip up for Kirsten. She can't turn the corner, but she got a piece of it, and it's not going to have enough juice to get icing as a result. So good job by camera car. That one picked off by Rhiannon nascently, but can't get possession. Peyton will battle for it in front of her own bench. Moved out of the zone after it's moved in momentarily. Aston tries to send it in, can't get it deep. May will get it, she'll find Rhiannon. Rhiannon has room up the left wing. Moligard over the line. She gets to the top of the circle. She goes around the circle, tries a centering pass, it's blocked. Peyton will get it opposite side. She'll go to the slot. Olivia there, wrist shot. Oh, off an Aston skate and back to the corner. Rosario jumping down to cheat in for that shot. May with a wrist shot, it tips off of 66 skate and goes just wide. She nearly redirected it where her own goalie couldn't get it. Olivia tries to center it, nobody there, and Aston will skate it out. May will give chase. She banks it forward but loses it and loses her balance. Close in, Grace will cover up a loose puck before one of the players in black and yellow can get it. 4:39 left. Second period, 1-1, RSG and Aston. Aston wins the face-off to the left point, backhanded in deep, sent towards center. Battle for it is now behind the net. Bella gets it. Wrist shot toward the net. Grace knocked it down with the stick. It shot up into her helmet, went down, and she covered it right up. Forwards will change. Quinn with Bug and Riz. That line's definitely been moving today. Speaking of moving, Riley's still in the center circle when they drop the puck. This is going to be KK with Bug. KK gains the line. KK through center. KK wrist shot and she scores! Kane raising the score to 2-1 for RSG. 4:12 left in the second. That's the lead right there that they've desired. KK came through. She had a 2-on-1 with Bug. Got a little opening there, respecting the pass, and a wrist shot eludes the goaltender. And suddenly RSG, after yielding the lead, has scored on its next 2 shots. KK and Aiden, a couple of defensemen. Bug gets this one in. Louisa the chasing forward. Let's see if she can cut it off before they get behind. Makes the play happen. Bug there. Sent towards center. Quinn couldn't pick it off, and Aston will move out. Puck goes deep. KK, the goal scorer, chases behind the net. It comes to the near corner. Sent behind the net. Now, wraparound chance. Grace gets a piece of it. Grace gets another piece of another shot. Loose in front. She can't cover. Still loose in front. Kindergarten soccer. There's just a mess of players, and now a puck comes out. And KK's got it again. She's got Louisa with her. KK over the line. KK wrist shot. Pad save. Sticked away. Bug centers it. Riz there. KK backhander. Gloved before another rebound, and those 3 are flying right now. Big shift that included a goal. 3:08 left in the second period. 2-1 RSG, the Crayons. Peyton's going to take the face off here. Aston wins it, but it goes right to Aiden. Wrist shot through traffic, loose in the slot, banged forward, but not at the net. Moved now up the near boards. Aiden will keep it in at the point. Rhiannon there, she's the late person to help. Peyton dropping back in case the puck goes toward the point. Let's see what happens. It's a fight, and Rhiannon's going to emerge from the fight with the puck for a moment, but it's still fought for. Rhiannon now to center. Kirsten gets a stick on it. It goes toward the net, just wide, but the goalie sticked it behind the end line. Rhiannon fighting for position behind the net. Peyton jumps out to get it to Aiden. Wrist shot through traffic, goes just wide. Aiden to Peyton. In front, Kirsty. Chipped in front. 1 save, 2 save. It's still loose. It's still loose. Oh, and I guess I'm the only one who could see that. So he blows the whistle. That puck was simply not covered. The goalie was drifting back into her own net. The puck was still loose there, but out of the view of the official on the opposite side. So face off with 2:18 left. And 3 big shifts have completely turned the complexion of this game after the first goal was scored by Aston. Barbara wins the face-off to Riley. Riley tried to send it toward the net where Brianna. Aiden moves out, wrist shot off the face mask, Rebound in front picked up by Aston. Tootie keeps it in between the points. Riley has it, turns, shot toward the net. It looked like it might have hit Tootie, who was looking for a redirection. Brianna at the top of the crease if that puck could ever get out there. Tootie gets harassed a little too much. It comes to the point. Barber keeps it in for a moment, but it's knocked out. Now retreating and skating back. Grace sticks it aside as it comes in. It was not going on net, but she sticked it toward the corner in the direction of where Aiden was skating. Tootie's going to have a chance to break out. She'll come up the right wing. She's got Brianna on the left. It's a 2-on-3, so they don't have numbers. But now Riley joins the play, rather Bug, and Tootie's still possessing, but now dispossessed after the numbers just don't work. Bug will keep that one in and bang it up the boards, but the Aston player got just a piece of it. Barbara's way behind the play. She's got to hustle to get onside, and she skates to the bench now. Aston wrist shot goes just wide, and now we're under a minute to play in the second and a 2-1 lead for the Crayons. May looking to dig it out of traffic. She does. She banks it safely out of the zone and follows it up. Quinn moves it in, and it's not going to be icing. Brianna's there to pursue. She gets a piece, and she picks off the pass. Brianna now trying to gain possession with Bug. Let's see what happens here. Quinn runs into a player with the puck there, and they are going to call her for an interference or a charge. Let's see what it is. A cross-check. Okay. So with 30 seconds even left in the second period, Aston will go on its second or third power play. I think it's their third. Quinn goes in the box for a cross-check right there. So the contact is okay if you don't have your stick up. If you have your stick up and there's contact, they're going to call that. And if the puck is there, you can make contact. You just can't close a gap to make a hit. So there's variations of what they'll call in terms of checking, cross-checking, roughing, interference, things like that. In this case, they call it a cross-check. May gets hold of it for a moment. Wrist shot, can't get all the way through traffic. 5 seconds left. Just need to kill off these last 5. Puck goes around the boards. That's going to kill off the last few seconds. Is a hit right there. I think that was just a combination of Peyton's speed and a rush to the puck. So we take one final intermission at the St. James tournament in Springfield, Virginia. Tom, Rose, and I will switch positions for the third, and we'll see if RSG can hold on to a 2-1 lead or perhaps build on it. Don't forget, because I remind you often, Diamond Diehards is a podcast about baseball and life, along with the dog Jeff Healy. Oh, okay. Well, I'm doing my commercial right now. Along with the dog Jeff Healy, yours truly does a podcast about baseball and about life, and it's called Diamond Diehards. DiamondDiehards.com is where you can find it, or look for us at Diamond Diehards everywhere on social media. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Definitely join the Facebook group. That's where it's at. We do a lot of live streams as well. So it's not just hockey. It's baseball and it's life. Diamond Diehards. Check it out. Okay. The intermission time has elapsed. There's a minute 30 left on the cross-checking penalty to Quinn. And a 2-1 lead for the RSG Selects after they yielded one. Aiden came back to score and tie it. And then KK scored to forge the Crayons ahead. You see 84 on the other end of the ice in white, giving the okay that she's ready. And she's been one of the stars of this game. It certainly would not be where it is without some great saves from Grace, including a breakaway. Neutral zone play here as we're underway in the third. 4 on 5 for the team in white. One of those 4 is Louisa, and she can't keep the play from getting into the zone. KK now giving chase behind, centered in front. Grace covered for a moment, but it's still loose. Louisa comes down low, loose in front, still loose, and a whistle and a stoppage of play. 58 seconds left in the penalty now. A big chance there for Aston. They came out. They know that the opportunities might not be there after this one. Louisa wins the faceoff, gets through a stick, chips it to center, trying to possibly chip it to herself, but at least got it out. Sent in by Rhiannon. They'll touch up onside, and it's moved out towards center. They'll gain the zone, will Aston. Send it toward the net. Bella there to break it up. KK steers it aside, but it goes to the point. Rhiannon rushing to block a shot. Redirected in front. Puck sitting there loose. Grace comes out with the pads, pushes it toward the corner. Somebody got decked right there. It was Rhiannon, but no call. 20 seconds left in the penalty. Bella will bank it off the boards and out safely, and the Killers will come off for a change, at least for the forwards. Bug will be the pursuant forward first. She forces the play up to the left side. They gain the zone 5 seconds before Quinn can get out of the box. This one will go behind the net because Grace steered it there. KK sends it out of the zone. That's going to expire the penalty, and now there's 12:26 left. Bug gets it. It looked like she got it over the center line, but they call icing on that one. And Barbara will come out for the defensive zone faceoff with Riley and Brianna. 12:20 left. A 1-goal lead. The shot's now 26-17 for Aston. Boy, when you saw the first 4 shots of the game go to RSG, you wouldn't have expected such a big turn. Since then, their shot total has been doubled by the team in black, 13-26. That one sent toward the top. Riley giving chase. Loose puck in front. Kick save with the right pad by Grace. It might have even just been the skate. This one sent deep. It's no icing because it was sent down by the team in black. It's a loose puck in front. Brianna backhander. She puts it in. Paulino with the hustle. And the goalie is just completely upset with herself. She threw it right back in front. But Brianna there to completely capitalize on it. And Paulino dents the net for a 3-1 lead with 11:54 left in the third period. The 18th shot of the game is a golden one. Now we're going to show you a scene that is more about life than hockey. A goaltender upset with a play that she just made, and her team rallying around her. So the Crayons will gather at their bench during a stoppage here. 11:54 left. Now it is possible that there was an injury, but I don't think that's the case. I think they're huddling down there to rally around their upset teammate. But that's hockey, and that's life. So the speculation now as to what's going on, but I'm pretty sure I see it, and I do see some smiling faces down there of encouragement. So Coach Paul will come down and talk to the ref, see what we have going on over there. and the crayons will kneel mostly on the ice. Some of the parents, we'll give you a look at some of the parents over there. There's the best color man, keeping his pipes ready. That's Tom Rose. There's Maria with the close-up that she's very upset about, and Cheryl. Goaltender still down in the prone position, and
she's not hurt. I'm okay.
Tom Rose, you want to come on and do a promo for Elevate Fitness? No, he says. Well, Elevate Fitness, West Milford, New Jersey. Jen Rose, when the Rocket season is going on, she's helping keep those Rockets in great shape. So check it out. Elevate Fitness, West Milford, New Jersey. Jen Rose will kill you. Kindness. And sure, why not another promo for Diamond Diehard, since I was disrupted during the intermission. It's a podcast about baseball and life. I keep reminding you, just go. Please go there. You won't be disappointed. It's a podcast about baseball and life, and it's at diamonddiehards.com on all social media. I encourage you strongly to join the Facebook group for Diamond Diehards and to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, wherever it is. So we're still in delay here, and we'll see if it looks like the goalie is now getting to her feet, and she gets hugs from her teammates and a little help from her coaches and applause from the stands. And let's see if she's ready to go, or if we're going to have some kind of curveball thrown at us for the last 11:54 of the game. A 3-1 lead for RSG. So based on the way the play happened, what we have to remember is that these are girls. These are still kids, and sometimes when things don't go your way, it can be difficult to handle. And I think that's the case of what we had happen here. But when you have teammates to back you up, it makes it a little bit easier. So we'll see what the response is here, as it's a 3-1 lead for RSG, and they'll have to bring their fire back again. The same line will stay out there, now well rested. A hustle goal. Riley Rose gets it after the face-off win by Barbara, but can't get it into the zone. May will be the first to give chase, and it's good to be back underway. Riley gets it and will move it out of the zone. Banked up and out into safety. Brianna pursuing, picks off another pass. Brianna just scored. She's along the outside edge of the circle. She'll follow it all the way around. Comes near side to Riley with the dot on her helmet, the recognizable 99-cent dot. Barbara sends it toward the net, stick to side before it could get to the crease where Brianna was. This will come up, let's see. Riley picks it off before it even gets to the point. Loose puck in the middle. Olivia sends it into the corner. Barbara will give chase over there. Barbara tries to feed the point, and she does. Olivia's there to help it, but can't keep it in. May will get it, bank it. Brianna's going to be offsides if and when she touches it. I don't think she realized the play got offside, as she was deep there. And because of that, the quote-unquote intentional offside, the face-off goes all the way down to the other end of the ice, and a fresh line of 5 skaters for both teams. 10:54 remaining in the third period of the classification game for 5th place in the St. James tournament in Springfield, Virginia. Shot off the face-off, goes on goal. Grace covers it up, and we'll do it all again.
Jen said she'd put you on her TV at the gym, so you're advertising to Elevate Fitness at Elevate Fitness.
And you probably just heard that at Elevate Fitness because I think Tom Rose was within an earshot of the mic, which is good. Moved in from the left point and behind the net. KK will gather it there. She's looking. Somebody slides into second. She's ruled safe by the official. Louisa gets it up and out of the zone. She's got Bug with her. She's going to take it through the center. Looking, wrist shot, glove save. It was not going into the net, but the goalie gloved it anyway. And 10:23 now remaining. She fired that shot at 10:26. That's for her mom. Face-off win by Quinn, but lost on the near boards. Bug gets it. Bug centers it. Just a little too strong for Louisa. Louisa was in front of the net. Bug centered it to the top of the crease. Batted back in. Lou giving chase there. Quinn comes in. There's a steal. Louisa gets it. Looks. Gets through one. Hooked from behind. Has Bug low. Let's see if she can get it there. Draws the hooking penalty. Let's see if Grace gets off the ice. They're not calling her off the ice, but here comes a penalty. Bug's still there fighting for it. Doesn't give up possession yet. Now it does. And sometimes your effect on the game doesn't always come on the score sheet, and Rizzo's drawn her second penalty of the game. So another power play here. She'll give way and see if some of her teammates can cash in on it and start to put this one out of reach. The shot's 28-18 in favor of Aston, but the score 3-1 in favor of RSG. Peyton wins the faceoff. Tootie's going to have to step in and win a foot race there. 50-50 battle for the puck. Still going. Tootie wins it with the feet eventually, but it's sent across by the Aston player, and they'll move it out shorthanded. Hayden behind her own net will get it, and she moves it up. Contacted there. Can't get it out. Peyton now down low fighting for it. Tootie comes across. Aiden picks that one off before it got to the slot. That was going to be a dangerous chance there. So shorthanded, Aston is going to take some chances. And as a result, maybe, Kirsten is able to get through the neutral zone easily. Rhiannon there in front stopped with the stick before it could get all the way into the crease, at the top of the crease. So the goalie looks like she's back into the game here. Behind the net, Peyton gives chase. Let's see if she can eventually get to it. She gets a little help from Rhiannon. Rhiannon still fighting behind the net, pushing back. Peyton there now, and they're playing two on the puck. Tootie will come down deep. Peyton will go retreat to the right point. Tootie has it. Player goes down on Aston. The Aston player that comes in will get it. A dog has entered the arena. There's a dog in the arena. There it is. Okay. Puck's moved out. A whistle and a stoppage of play. Let's see what they're going to call here. Interference is going to be called. Let's see if they even it up. They do. It's going to be on Aiden, according to what the board says. She's saying, how could I have been the person to do interference on the ice when I'm sitting on the bench? So that's a little dubious. Nonetheless, 4-on-4 hockey for the next 90 seconds, and then a 30-second power play for the trailing team in black. Rizzo wins the face-off to Tootie, who banks it up the boards. Tootie's still going, barreling up the left wing. Tootie gets through the neutral zone. Tootie gets in. This is Rizzo through the slot. Wrist shot blocked away. Riz pursuing, gives a little push. Bug comes down. Goes back below the end line to Riz. She's going to try to get it out of the corner, but can't. She tried to make the move rather than just throwing it there. Riz using the body. Now she's got to get off and see if she could use the stick. But the second and then third Aston player comes in. They try to send it up the ice. They get it out. May will get it at center. May gains the line. A loose stick down, and no penalty called there. They could call a penalty shot if there's a thrown stick. Hard to say if it was a thrown stick or a lost stick, but Tom Rose said, did she throw her stick? And it kind of looked like she threw her stick. Nonetheless, if the ref said she didn't throw her stick, then she didn't throw her stick. This is going to be Kirsty. Can she turn the corner? She chips it ahead. She's got May in front. Does she see her? She tries to center it, but it goes off the back of the cage. Now it's centered, but batted aside by 34 in black. Olivia will keep it in at the point, but can't keep it into the zone on possession. It goes back to May. She waits for her teammates to touch up, sends it deep, and sends Kirsty in after it. Banked up the boards. Olivia cheats in right around the defender. Can she get through? Gets a little bump. That looked like a little bit of a kick to the skates there. If she went down, they might have called the foot trip. 20 seconds left in the power play now. A 30-second power play overall. Now 15 seconds remaining in the Aston power play. So RSG playing shorthanded for another 5 seconds here. And then Aiden will pop out of the box, probably just join the play, I think, which she does. So they've killed it off. Kirsty gets it at center. Kirsty over the right side. Tries to get a shot. It's snuffed. I don't know where it is. Okay, it's at the skates and moved out. May gets it, sends it in, offside. Aiden and Kirsty touch up. Kirsty heads to the bench. Aiden heads to the puck. Rhiannon picks it off. Rhiannon over the end line. Rhiannon toward the net. Now Rhiannon to the near corner. Rhiannon looks up, goes to the point. Bella gets it. Bella fires through traffic. Aiden down low. Aiden looking for the pass. Who will she find? Negotiates through, sends it at the net, but it hits the side of the cage, and it goes through the slot. Peyton there like a dervish. That one sent up the boards. This is going to be an icing. They'll probably change and then start with a fresh 5 here with 5:29 left in the game. 3-1 lead for the Crayons. Masterton, Kane, and Paulino, the goal scorers. An answer to the first goal of the game, which came from Aston. Grace Ulrich on the other end of the ice has stopped 27 of 28. Wrist shot through traffic, popped up and sent to your living room. Brianna on the near side trying to get to it. That one sent down deep. No icing called there. It wasn't strong enough for icing anyway. KK pivots to the left side, banks to Brianna, and the two lefties work the right wing. Riley almost picked that one off. She would have been in pretty easily if she did. Now she's pursuant there. Another pop-up. Brianna looking for it at center. Knocks that puck away with the shaft of the stick. 1-on-2. Brianna picks it up through the slot. Oh, she's looking for Riley. Riley's there. Oh, just can't get the blade on it as she was disrupted at the last moment by one of the Aston players. Puck now on the other end of the ice, loose in front. Grace makes the first save and covers it up. 4:30 left, a 2-goal lead to protect, or possibly to add on to. And at some point, Aston might look to pull the goalie. They're going to do that right now, in fact, as 99 heads to the bench. And a very, very, very late change for the team designated the visitors. So if Coach Jeremy wanted to be a stickler, he could say, nope, they changed late. So it's going to be 6-on-5 here, an empty net available if it presents itself. KK will get that off the face-off. And now, one of the players that skated all the way back to the bench, I'm not sure what. That was a very strange move. 2, 4, Tom, count them. There's 6 in black, right? That was a very strange move. That player, 66, skated directly back toward the bench, but didn't get on. So a little confusion there. 4:05 left. Loose in front. Grace with a tremendous save with the stick as the puck pops over the net. All alone in front, and she just got the stick blade out. Riley banks it out, or Bug banks it out of the zone, rather. This one's sent in, but it's offside. KK will get it. It's onside now. KK looking. Louisa and Bug are up in the neutral zone, keeping the points high and giving the defense a little bit of extra room to try to get the puck out. They can't do it still. Bug drifts down, trying to block a shot. That's knocked away by Bella before it gets through the middle. It comes up to the near point. not out. Now it is out. Louisa gets it over to Quinn. Bug is there. Louisa can't get it. No, it's a hot potato right now. Bella retreats in her own zone, can't gain possession. There's a piece of something in the top of the slot. It's probably Brianna's mouthpiece, as Tom Rose says. 3:05 left. Puck sent towards center. Comes out, and Aston 6 on 5 with the net empty. Trying to get back in the game here, and RSG just trying to keep him off the board. Sent toward the slot, knocked away by first Quinn, then KK. They've been out there for a while. This is Peyton, it looked like. Or is that Kirsty? Rizzo, long shot. Oh, she was looking for the empty net, and it was going to go, but one of the Aston players got a stick on it, and they'll move the puck back in as they make at least one change behind the play. RSG able to change a little bit out there. 2:25 now left. This one knocked away by Rhiannon. Chipped ahead. Kirsty there. Empty net, yawning. Sends it toward the middle, but knocked away. Rhiannon is in front. Kirsty has it behind the net. Gets a cross check right there. Rhiannon checked into the net. Sent up and out for an icing. Let's see if they have to put the goalie back in or if they just completely roll the dice with 2:05 left. They could play it soccer style and build a wall of players. They could put the goalie back in. I guess they are allowed a timeout now. So per the rules, I don't think there were timeouts in the preliminary games allowed. And there are timeouts allowed once you get to the semifinal and final games. And this is not a semifinal or final game, but it is a Sunday game, a classification game, so I guess they let them have the timeout. They probably should have been charged with their timeout earlier for a non-injury to a player, but this is not the NHL, and it's 16 or 19U girls hockey, keyword being girls, not women. Still kids, even though sometimes they don't look like it. So 99 will protect the net once again. And it'll be an offensive zone face-off for Peyton in the circle, Rhiannon on the left wing, and Kirsty on the right wing. Aiden and Francesca on D. 4 players out there in terms of skaters in black, and finally the 5th one rejoins the play. Aiden will take a shot. It goes toward the net, through a screen, and almost found its way in. Peyton goes to Tootie at the point. Wrist shot. It hits somebody or a stick and goes to the far corner. Rhiannon will get it there. She'll send it toward the net. Kirsty battling in front. Shot covered up. And RSG creating a chance here. If they're creating chances down here, they're not going to be giving up anything on the other end. And they're also not allowing the other team to pull its goalie. 100 seconds left in the tournament for these two teams. Quinn on the faceoff. Bug in the slot. It goes to the corner for Louisa. She and Quinn will battle for the puck. Quinn gets foot tripped right there. Slash, could have called a trip, slash, a lot of that. Olivia keeps it in. Battled for. Quinn wrist shot through traffic. Bug with the slam, and she can't get it in there. She almost had the stuff shot. Aston gets it out. Let's see if they could keep it back in. May jumps out there. Goalie comes to the net, so the net is yawning. May up to Louisa. It goes out for Bug. Oh, if she could get the stick on. Here's Riz. Can she get the open net? She cannot get possession long enough. Collision at center. May goes down, and so does the Aston player. Sent in now under a minute. We have 51 seconds left to protect a 2-goal lead for RSG. Far corner boards. May gets it out of the corner. Bug gets it. Can she get it up and out? She does. That's not going to be an icing because it went off the skate of the Aston player. Bug trying to get it there. May will get it at center. Waits for Bug to clear the zone. Sends it at the net but can't get it through traffic. 30 seconds now. This is Barbara. Barbara looking. She retreats back toward her own zone. It's sent in and wide of the net. 20 seconds left. Up the boards. Luis is going to get it there. Can she get it out of the zone? This really starting to look like it's going to be an RSG win. We have 10 seconds left and an offside. They'll change one more time. And it's a fait accompli unless you have a play where you can score 2 goals in 7.7 seconds starting outside the offensive zone. This one's going to go to the white team. Sent in, caught with the glove by KK. She'll take a pot shot at the open net, and it goes just wide. It's no icing. It's a win, and RSG claims 5th place in the St. James tournament in Springfield. We'll try to let the pictures tell some of the story. Obscured a little bit by Aston, who will gather for a team picture. And looks like RSG will probably follow suit. That's happening now. Most, if not all of the girls, they're going to go helmetless for their picture. So if you're part of the RSG crew, hopefully you and I will see versions of this moment captured in perpetuity. We'll try to move over to the exiting of the ice. All right. Sometimes the pictures tell it better than the words. We'll get set up for Coach Jeremy's post-game interview. Stay tuned. I think this is going to be a good one. It'll be worth it. We'll make it worth it. And there's Miss Jamie. She's saying hello. Hard to notice with the mask on and it being muffled and a little bit away from the mic, but she was definitely saying hello. And we'll have Coach Jeremy out here, I think, very shortly. This was a good way to end the tournament. They ended with a 3-1 victory over a team they beat 4-1. The first game was probably a little bit more lopsided. This one was closely contested, and they were outshot 29-22. Coach Jeremy is already here, so we're going to get this going. There's Coach Paul. Coach Paul wants to Baba Booey it, but I
think those coaches should stick around for a little interview of their own.
They might have to. Well, that was a little bit different, wasn't it?
It was.
You had an answer for what was probably the key play of the game there. The key play of the game for your team seemed to be when that goal went into the net because you turned it on completely after that.
Well, I always like to agree with you, Joe Rizzo, but this time I'm going to disagree. I feel like the turning point of this game was when Grace slid over and made that save of the game. When the bench saw that save, it was like the switch went on. And I just told the girls too, the last 4 minutes of that game, when they pulled their goalie and came 6-on-5, those girls were coming hard. And we survived that. We were trying to put a puck in the empty net there, but to run around 6-on-5 and have them protect right there, that was huge. That was huge.
Well, what's nice to see is that you had that answer really immediately, and then you were able to carry it through. But what was interesting to me was, your team had the first 4 shots of the game, and then you end up getting outshot. At one point, the next, 26 of the next 39 shots went to them. And, Grace was really up to the task, and they really seemed to feed off of her. I couldn't see from where I was so clearly. I want your opinion on this. On the goal, it looked like there might have been goalie interference, that somebody knocked the stick out of her hands. Did you see anything like that? I saw her talking to the official after it happened.
You could have made that argument. We did see something like that. But, you're not going to get the benefit of getting anything turned around. And, of course, there's no replay. So you just go and you line up and go after it again. Have a strong shift after a goal. That's what we're looking for, which we did, by the way. Every time we scored, we had a really strong shift right after that. Even after they scored, we had a really strong shift. And I got to say, I looked like we rattled that goalie a little bit. So after they had that little timeout there, we told the girls, just put pucks on net right now.
And let's talk about that, because that was a hustle play. That was those things that you preach 1,000 times in practice for the one time that it happens. And sure enough, the goalie gives up a puck, the defenseman has a communication error, and Brianna Paulino is right there, and she just puts the puck right in the net, and that effectively ended the game, even though it was 3-1 and still with a lot of time left. That broke them.
Well, yeah, and we talk about plays behind plays, right? If you just move your feet and get there, that's what's going to happen. Now, I'm also going to throw this out there. First of all, and I never really go to the officiating thing, but that was the best officiated game that we saw in the tournament. And by the way, feet moving and hustle is what drew every penalty that we got today. As a matter of fact, Luisa Rizzo today drew 2 penalties, and they were purely because of effort and feet moving. You almost force the opposition to take a penalty on you to stop you there. And again, it's the play behind the play. Those are very significant things that happen in a game, whereas I think the players sometimes don't see things as significant as the coaching, right? But a hard play on the boards to free a puck that gets down, and then 3 face-offs later you get a goal, that's all goes back to that first play. So I thought the hard play really played into this win today. We did beat this team first game that we played them, so we knew they were going to come hard. They did, but I think we had a good answer for them. Played hard today.
What about the overall tournament overview? You got to coach some players that you coached against, some very good players, two of whom scored in this game, and you got to see maybe some of your Rockets girls in a little bit different light with some stepped up competition. And we could talk about the last two tournaments for that, so I want to see what your takeaways might be from the last 2 weekends.
First of all, I love the change up, right? This is fresh. Have some new faces in the locker room, and the challenge is to get these girls to come together. And I felt like after last weekend, after the first game, really, we had come together. And it followed through this weekend. We had a few new players in the lineup again this weekend, but overall, collectively, through the two tournaments, we played some hard hockey. We played some tough hockey, and we didn't quit. We didn't quit. That was the biggest thing. Hustle, 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 feet moving, feet moving, feet moving, all 3 periods. That's the result. Even on the not wins on the scoreboard, I don't care. As long as we're playing hard and we're hustling, we got our feet moving. That's all that matters. These girls played hard all weekend, and they played hard all last weekend too. So I'm very pleased. Very pleased.
Did you have fun?
I had a blast. Are you kidding? I'm looking forward to the race home now with you, Joe Rizzo. I noticed that you came out of the hotel with your stuff already.
I did.
So I'm a little bit behind, but
yeah.
I sent my wife out early before this game ended so that we could have a good competition on the way home. But get home safely, okay?
You too, and you got no shot of beating me. You understand that.
You know, I do, only because of it's a geographical thing that I can't overcome because you live closer than I do.
That was by design.
I know.
That's like the play that leads to the play that leads to the play.
I know it does.
I did that on purpose.
Listen, let me just say, too, that I love doing this stuff. You're doing a great job with this. This really completes everything else that we're doing. So hats off to you, Joe. You knuckle sandwich. Thank you.
He completes me. We'll be on whenever. We'll probably pop a couple of these.